Hi guys, I am doing a live video tonight. I'm going to be building this Ikea doll bed, and obviously it's backwards because it's on my phone. Since I'm doing this live, we actually took an impromptu trip to Ikea today, and we actually bought some shelves or a shelf. We went there to buy a bookshelf. And somehow we walked out with like this monster cube shelf and some other stuff we probably really did not need, although my husband insisted we needed it. And then we got this. My daughter has an American Girl bed, but my son does not, and I've seen lots of people use this bed for their American Girl dolls. And as you can see in the background, I've got my son's Logan and his Isabel. Both he got for his birthday. Isabel's retired, so I was able to track one down. She has her complete meat outfit, her books. Excuse me. Oh, my allergies are just acting up tonight. And she does have her hair piece, it's just not in. Her hair is kind of a mess because my son's been playing with her and I've yet to find my brush. And then he also, with some money and Kohl's gift cards from my parents, bought himself Logan. He has some other American Girl dolls that are hanging up in his room, and he also has his mini-me doll. But his sister has an American Girl. Well, it's not an actual American Girl brand name bed. It is a, I can't remember the brand name. It's Butterfly something when you buy it at Cracker Barrel, but, for the life of me, it's Butterfly something when you buy it at Cracker Barrel, but the actual brand name is something with kids. She has one of those beds that we purchased at Cracker Barrel for her, and it's an 18-inch doll bed, and it's a trundle bed. Well, my son doesn't have enough room for a trundle bed, plus we wanted something kind of more boyish for him, and so we got this Ikea bed for him instead, and it looks super simple to put together. Here are the directions. Really, there's only 4 pieces. I wasn't exactly sure what I was getting myself into. If anybody's ever purchased anything from Ikea, you know that it's kind of, what are we going to build today? And their directions never have words, so sometimes you're kind of just guessing at what you're building. And like when I put my desk together, I accidentally put part of it upside down to begin with because I did not realize it needed to go a certain way. But this one is pretty much just the 4 main pieces to put the bed together. And yeah, it shouldn't be... Okay. I have to make sure I have this the right way. Okay. That it'll fit. That's the only thing with this. Okay. Here we go. So I got that figured out. It's not going to be too hard. So let's see. But yeah, we purchased this for my son. I know I've showed a video of like a tour of the kids' playroom. That is going to be undergoing a overhaul within the next probably week. We had put down those foam mats in there for to protect the floor. Well, we ultimately moved all their art supplies actually out of the playroom, so they are now in the dining room and some totes in there. And the foam mats, if they're on like a hard surface, they probably would work, but on carpet, they're not a good idea because they just keep breaking apart and moving around. The carpet kind of moves around as stuff settles on it. And I'm just over tripping on some of them. So the plan is to take those out, and then we have 2 of those basic 9-cube shelf things that you can purchase at pretty much any Walmart, Target, stores like that. And the kids each have a toy box in their bedroom. So what the plan is to take those 9-cube sorters that are in there. They are going to go into the kids' bedrooms where the toy boxes are. This is what my husband's idea is. I'm not so sure how well it's going to work in my daughter's room, so we'll have to see. But he wants to put those in my daughter's room or in my kids' rooms and get rid of their toy boxes because he's sick of them just throwing their toys in their toy box, which it's kind of like, that's what a toy box is for. But he's just, they're too old for toy boxes. I'm like, whatever. They're kids. They're never too old for toy boxes. Heck. I mean, us in the reborn community technically are playing with toys. This one does not want to go in very easily for some reason. And I'm sorry for the cat noise in the background. Jack is over in the living room proceeding to chase his tail. He's a little on the special side. I honestly don't even know where Teffy is. It's probably in my room underneath the crib. But yeah, Jack is over in the living room attacking his tail. We spend how much money on cat toys and he attacks his tail. But anyways, we bought like this huge 25 cube shelving unit. I don't know why my husband insisted we needed the 25. Personally, I thought the 12 would be fine. They had a 12, they had the 9, they had an 8, they have 4, 8, 9, 12, 16, and I think 25. And he insisted, I honestly was looking at the 12. The 16 probably would have worked too. He's like, oh, we're going to go big. I'm like, oh. Especially for our kids. So the plan is, and the 2 9s that are in there, truthfully, only 8 of the spots actually have cubes in them that are holding toys. And some of those toys are going to go into the kids' rooms, I think. I'm not 100% sure on that. We haven't fully decided. But I gotta remember which side these go up. The bottom. Then when we put the big shelf up, the kids both have bookshelves in their rooms, but they like to look at the books and they can't necessarily get the books back on the shelf. And that has been a big issue with like getting books put away this year. So their rooms look horrible because they're full of books all over the floor. And so with the books all over the floor, I'm going to I'm trying to get this on. With the books all over the floor, we're going to put some of the books on the shelf. We're going to weed out some toys, and we're just going to go through all their toys, and there's probably going to be a bunch of toys that I'm almost tempted to have just like a toy yard sale, like a kids' clothing and toy yard sale. Last year, my friend and I, granted, this was in North Dakota, and it was during their citywide yard sale, but our yard sale was basically kids' clothes and toys. That was the majority of our yard sale. The toys we priced, but the clothes, we just kind of did a blanket statement. And honestly, this clothes, like, compared to yard sales I've had in the past, this one was so much less stress because I didn't have to go through and individually mark every outfit or every shirt. And then you put those stinking little dot stickers on there that half the time either fall off or as people are shopping, they're switching them around. So, they, it was a lot less stress, and honestly, it actually brought in a pretty good amount of money because we just made like a blanket statement like, t-shirts 50 cents, sweatshirts $2, pants, I think like we had like jeans were like $4. I don't remember the exact prices we did. But we just did a blanket statement, and it made it so nice. Because then we just had that little cheat sheet by us at the register. Just had like a little cheat sheet, and so that made it just really nice. Let's just sit on there. Okay, I always thought this slid on there. Okay, so that actually makes it nicer. Anyways, just the yard sale that made it nice, so it wasn't stressful. It was actually kind of nice. Although I don't have my best friend to do the yard sale with this year. I'm thinking of doing actually $2 would fit in here nicely. If Logan was opened up, I could probably sit him next. So he will actually get $2 in his bed as well. I didn't realize it was this wide. And I was always told that it wasn't long enough, and actually, you can see it fits her quite well. So this will probably go on top of his shelf. But that was my building of the Ikea doll bed, and it really was pretty quick compared to some Ikea furniture, but it was really only Sorry about that, guys. My mother decides to call now. She's called me like 4 times today, and it's driving me nuts. And she's going to call to tell me things she's already told me today. I know Crystal and I already had a discussion about this. But, so Logan's box won't fit in there. Anyways, as long as this didn't take as long as I thought it would, I am going to check out one of these. So when we were looking at the shelves, their test shelves, or their display shelves, not test. The display shelves had these cubes in them. And while the cloth cubes are pretty cheap and inexpensive, the problem is when you put them in those when you put them in the shelves, especially if your kids are putting toys in them, you know, they're getting bent out of shape, the kids are like sitting on them, they just are driving me nuts, and I have been wanting something different. And when we were at Ikea today, I saw these. And I'm like in one of the display shelves, and they only had one in there, and I was like, do they even sell these anymore? Well, after looking around a bit, we found them, and I was so excited. We bought 5 since our shelf was going to be 5 by 5. So we bought 5 of these cubes. And let's see, it's pointing. Okay, I need this to go like that. See, this is what I'm talking about, Ikea directions. And then I've got to take this. Does this have any special? I think this one is different. this is where it gets confusing with Ikea furniture. Because it's like, huh, which one goes what? I think that's the bottom. Looks like we're just supposed to snap into each other. But these, if I can get it together, yeah, it just shows you how easy it is to snap it together. Oh, wait. Saying something about this can't be it. Oh, that would be why it didn't snap. Upside down. But I was like flabbergasted because I had been looking at their baskets to use as the cubes, and I'm just thinking, okay, the kids are gonna tear those apart. And so I was not thrilled with that idea, because I'm like, they're just going to rip them apart after a while, and they'll start looking shaggy, just like the cloth bins and their baskets that fit in them. The baskets, I believe, are $15, and I'm like, I did not want to pay that much for something. I'm like, at that point, you might as well just go back to the cloth bins. So then when I saw these, I'm like, yeah, we're getting those. Now the question is if I can put them together. Hey, all the lines are lined up. How come that one went in so easily and now this one doesn't want to? But so we got 5 of these, and probably the cloth bins that we can salvage will go into their bedrooms. Although I'm kind of torn about the whole getting rid of the toy box thing, because my whole reasoning for keeping the toy boxes is our floor is dirty. Okay, I give up. I'm going to have my husband put these together. This does not want to snap together for me at all, and I don't know if it's because I'm trying to do this on the carpet or what. Because let me try this side first. It says to do that one first, but okay, I'm just going to do this later. So I hope you enjoyed this live video, and I will see everyone later. Bye.